Verbalize. As you can see, Christina, our other host, is out all week, and we have John Carter replacing her just for the week. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just glad to be here.
You're glad to be here? Well, we're glad to have you. Don't get too comfortable. Christina, I'm making sure that he's not getting too comfortable.
I like Christina's seat. You know, I could be used to this, Christina.
I got your back, girl. I'm over here fighting for you. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, you know, I'm just here guest hosting, just here to have a good time on Verbalize. You know, I check you guys out. You know, I like the show.
Okay.
So, you know, I gotta bring my swag to it, you know.
All right.
You know, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm always good.
You had a good morning?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
A little tired, but I'm good.
Tired?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you this. So, I'm watching TV this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I went on a trip this weekend. Stayed in the Sheraton Hotel. Come to find out, what's the biggest problem in hotels?
Bed bugs.
Bed bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Bed bugs. So I'm walking, you know, I'm watching this report, and the thing about bed bugs is they're like microscopic, so you can't even see these bugs. So my whole thing is I'm like,
disgusting.
You know, I got like that, you know, that feeling when you just can't see it, but you feel
you
like
itching,
yeah, I'm itching and
like I'm itching right now talking about it.
So if I just bust out of nowhere while we're talking here and just start scratching, I know what my problem is.
I would be like, can you leave? I don't want no bed bugs bouncing up over this way.
I mean, microscopic, yeah, but
yeah, that's very disturbing and very disgusting on so many levels. And these are 5-star, you know, hotels, really big name hotels that we're talking about that are having these bed bug issues. And it makes you think twice. Like, if you can't get, you know, quality service at a 5-star hotel, you know, where can you get it? We're not talking about like Motel 6s, you know, Roach motels or things of that nature. These are, you know, very well respected, you know, hotels, and they're having these bed bug issues. So it's kind of, I would just recommend everybody just take a can of Lysol with you, no matter how upscale the hotel is. Just take you a can of Lysol and just spray the room down. And, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. I don't want to come back home scratching. I know don't nobody else want to.
Well, okay, my question is it like a thing about being clean, or is it a thing about like, are they just, where are they coming from?
I don't know. I mean, they could be coming from, you know, other people that may have bed bugs in their house that they don't know that they got them.
Right.
And, you know, you can't see them, so they can travel on like people's luggage, suitcases, things of that nature. So when you come in and you set your bag down in another carpeted area, they, you know, tend to bounce off, and that's how they come. But enough about bed bugs. It's totally disgusting. So like I said, just take a can of Lysol with you, and, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so today's show, our guest is Avavnt, and she's a singer/songwriter. We're going to go ahead and welcome her to the show. Come on over, doll.
Hey,
hi, how are you? Beautiful. You look like a doll.
You look beautiful too.
Thank you. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Atlanta's my hometown.
Okay.
I'm born and raised in SWAT, and came up doing music. I came up in a musical family, actually, and went to school. My friends from high school blew up in the music industry.
Oh, okay.
And coming back and kind of doing my thing now. So I'm working on my first album, and I'm really excited about it.
Oh, okay. Tell us, do you have a name of the album yet?
Well, I'm calling it Dollhouse Rock, and I call it that because I've kind of created my own genre of music. It's a good mix of, you know, of course it's R&B, but it's got a lot of pop, rock, soul in there. You'll hear, you know, a little bit of jazz. I mean, it's a real kind of mix of music, funk, things that kind of influence me musically is what the record is.
Okay, so how long have you been singing? Ever since like you
I
were
say
like
forever, because my parents, like I said, were musicians. My dad is a songwriter as well, and they recorded like for Stax Records years ago before I was born, in gospel.
Oh, okay.
And he had a radio show in LA, and I mean they did their thing, and so from the time I was this big, you know,
so it runs
music,
in your blood.
Yeah, it's in my blood. I can't get away from it.
Okay, so are you currently signed to a record label right now, or are you kind of
We're talking to labels, but we're putting the first single is actually going to be out the beginning of October. We're doing it independently because that's going to give us a whole lot more weight, but we're talking to the labels right now.
Okay, and what's the name of that single that's going to be?
It's called Masquerade.
Oh, so where did you get the influence behind that single and to name it that?
The way I write songs, sometimes I'll write the song and then I might make the track because I produce tracks as well, or my producer might make the track. But this particular song, we had a track that he made. It kind of gives you old school feel. It's a real dance track. And he gave me the track, and it was so crazy. It's like, okay, you can't just get on here and just talk about going to the club on this track. Like, this has got to be something. So I actually didn't touch it for like a week. I'm like, I'm not even going to mess up this track. So I just left it over there. And then I was driving one day. I usually get my songs while I'm driving. And I was driving, and the song just came to me like a download. Boom. And so the song is actually talking about a girl who's in a relationship with a guy. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with the guy. He's a good guy, but she's just not feeling him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not that fire in your heart for that guy. So the song says, I'm going through the motion, stuck in this masquerade. So that's what it's about.
Can you give us a little sample of it? Or just a sample of anything that you've worked on before?
To sing it, you mean?
Yes.
I have another song that is influenced kind of by blues almost. And I tried to flip it. And so it's a song about a girl, you know, our age, young girl out. We live how we have to live. But she's like, can I, just for one time, just get a guy to actually treat me like a lady? And so the song says, next time I go to a party, I want a man that'll treat me right. Don't come here calling me shawty. Treat me like a lady tonight. Pull out my chair for me, baby. Ask me if I want a drink. If you get it right, then maybe I might let you dance with me. And then it kind of goes into a two-step. It's
okay. All right. I heard that. Don't call, fellas, please stop calling us shorty. We do have a name.
Every now and then, you know, just step up your game just a little bit.
Or Miss Lady. We like Miss Lady. Or excuse me, Miss. You know, didn't Luther have a song say excuse me, Miss?
Exactly.
Like, can we get that? Not what's up, shouty?
No,
you be calling girls shouty?
No, I don't say shouty. You know what I'm saying? You know,
like hollering out the window on the street. You know,
like that. So that's
shouty. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we all like
it's been done.
You like the gentleman approach.
I mean, it'll make you separate from the rest. How about that?
Okay, you got that straight from Dawn. I hear you.
So what are some of the other projects that you've worked on in the past that we may have seen? Like, are you just currently just focusing on being a singer-songwriter and a producer, or are you looking at, you know, acting and modeling other things as well?
I am an actress as well, and I actually got thrown into acting back in high school. They put me in a production, and I was Diana Ross, but Jane Fonda actually saw us because our performing arts program was sponsored by her.
Oh, wow.
And so she kind of was the one who let me know that it was okay to pursue my education as well as my career in entertainment, because like I said, when I left high school, most of our friends, they just kept going in music. And she was like, you don't have to choose, you can do both, you can go get your degree. So I went to Harvard, got my degree.
Oh, wow.
But I am an actress, so I really love theater. And I've done some August Wilson, and I've done some things here in Atlanta at the Alliance Theater. But I also just recently got a couple of film roles that are going to start filming next year, so I'm looking forward to that. One's with Paramount, and so it's working, you know. But I'm serious about the craft of acting. Like, I hate people who kind of get up and say, "Oh, I'm a singer," and they don't get music for real. And so I didn't want to be one of those people just like, "Oh, I'm an actress," and have no kind of respect for the craft or whatever. So I tried to learn from people and get with directors and folks who can kind of help me learn. So
okay,
yeah.
And what are some of the future projects that you're working on? Like, can you give us, you know, the dates of when your single is going to drop or when your album is going to drop, just so people can know, you know, when they can expect your music?
The single actually has already hit in certain markets, like in Alabama, it's already spinning, which I didn't know was going to happen, but Clear Channel has already picked it up. But it'll hit in Atlanta in October. Okay. And nationally in October. I'm working on a European tour for 2011, the first part of 2011. And then all the videos are going to debut this fall as well. So November, December, you'll start seeing some music videos.
Okay. And go ahead and just, you know, shout out to the camera, let them know where they can reach you, any websites, any manager information if you do have a manager, just how they can get in contact with you, and even to listen to your music and hear samples.
Okay. Yeah, the best way to listen to the music is just to go on my website, which is www.dollavant.com. That's DOLLAVANT.com. And on there, it has all the music. You can hear tracks, about 7 or 8 tracks on there. You can also see the links to all the different social media. So if you're on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, YouTube, wherever it is, you can find me. And I look forward to meeting y'all online.
Well, thank you. It's been such a pleasure. You have a beautiful voice, and you're so cute. And I know that you're going to do really well in entertainment. So
thank y'all for having me.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to see what you got lined up for the future.
And thank you for coming in and, you know, being able to sit down and talk with us today.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. And thank you at home for watching. I'm Tamara. Be sure to tune in daily for more great guests and great topics. Thanks for joining.